Yo diría de acá, solo mejor
All right.
pensarlo como venir a
I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna go.
Someone like in.
All right,
I
listos.
want this, man.
My goodness, my gracious. Let me make myself comfortable. Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. As previously mentioned, we're gonna be talking about things to do in Guatemala. And I assume if you're going to Guatemala, you're going to Lake Atitlán. Who's not going to this beautiful place with tons of towns to explore and many natural wonders to enjoy? Sounds like I'm selling it, but I don't really need to, because if you're going to Guatemala, I'm sure you're going to Atitlán. So if you're looking for something thrilling to do while you're there, I'm going to highly recommend a day trip to San Marcos so that you can fling yourself off 40-foot high cliff jump into the lake. Very terrifying, very fun. You're gonna want to do this. So I was looking around for guides on how to do this on YouTube when I went myself, and I don't feel like any of the videos really did it any sort of justice because they didn't really explain too much. I found a few blogs that would kind of walk you through it, but it's always nice to have a video. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I can explain basically everything you need to know, cost, how to get there, what to bring, all that, and what to expect. So nice, quick, and easy. I hope this helps you out. But let's talk about getting to the cliff jumps. It really doesn't matter where you are in the lake, you have to go to San Marcos. So head down to the docks and negotiate yourself a ferry across to San Marcos. This is going to be a day trip, so you don't need to bring everything that you own with you. Like if you're staying in San Pedro, if you're staying in Panajachel, if you're staying in San Pablo, any of the other towns, just bring a day bag. What I would suggest you bring: some sandals, some sunscreen if you need it, a towel if you want it, and a good camera. Money, of course, because you're gonna have to pay your way in and pay for your boat. And a good buddy to take with you and to watch your stuff while you're jumping. Head to San Marcos, negotiate. It shouldn't cost you more than 20 or 30 quetzales each way. $3 or $4. If you're a local, it's probably going to cost you way less. I was in San Pedro, so if you're coming from the west of San Marcos, you'll actually see the jump on your way. Once you arrive in San Marcos, as soon as you get off the boat and leave the dock, head immediately left along the beach. When you come into the port, you're just gonna hook a left real quick and you're just gonna follow this path. And you will arrive at the nature reserve, Cerro Tzankujil. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know how to say it. But you'll arrive at the nature reserve, you'll sign in, and you'll have to pay 20 quetzales if you're a foreigner, and 15 quetzales if you're a local. In this nature reserve, there's also a hiking trail that you can take. I didn't actually take it, but it looks really nice. It's a really beautiful area. I don't know how far that trail goes, but if you want to spend some more time walking around that area, I'm sure you can. It's really pretty up here. San Marcos itself, I didn't spend any time there other than walking to the jump, but it actually looks like a really nice town, a lot nicer than San Pedro. As I said, I didn't spend any time there, so I can't really speak on it. If you did, comment below and tell me what you thought of your time at San Marcos. But back to the jump. Once you've paid and everything, you'll see a couple signs. One says the trampoline. When I saw this, I was like, oh, they got a freaking trampoline you can bounce off of and flip into the water? That'd be amazing, right? Yeah, don't get excited. Like, it's just, I don't know why they call the little deck balcony jump area a trampoline. When you see that sign, you just head towards that and you'll get there. And I'm sure you'll see plenty of people standing around trying to get their nerve to make this jump. Your nerves are gonna hit as soon as you see how high up it is. Oh man, it hits you hard. And I've done quite a few cliff jumps in my lifetime, but you really never, just because you've done one doesn't mean you feel good about the next one, You always got that nerve. You're always like, oh, god damn, I gotta jump off this thing. And again, this thing is 12 meters high, about 40 feet. And, oof, man, it is a thrill. Since I'm the only one who's done jumps, I have to go first. And as you've seen in the intro, it is a jump. Like, you don't realize how high up it is until you're falling off of it. It's like when you see it and you're like, it's not too bad. I would do that, especially like from a video. But like, man, when you're falling, you got time to think. You're just sitting there like, oh man, I've been in the air for a while. Like, am I gonna hit soon? Like, oh man, that water's getting closer, you know? And then boom, you hit pretty hard too. So it's pretty important to keep your feet under you and just jump straight in. If this is your first time, I wouldn't try anything fancy, honestly. While we were there, no one flipped and no one dived head first. So I'm sure that's something you can do, but it's not something people were actively doing while I was there. So that's all I'll say. So I did my jump. I was adrenaline pumped, you know, it was great.
That is high as fuck.
And of course, Smiley, his first cliff jump, he had to do it as well. So this is his very first like big jump. And he's terrified of heights. Like, he's afraid of heights, for real, for real. Anything we do high up, he freaks out. But he did this cliff jump and he loved it.
I just wanted to say, First Step Nation, may they remember your name. And one other thing, it's to show your moves. Okay.
Yo! So after you do the jump, really what you do, as soon as you hit the bottom, you just kind of swim over to the cliff and you climb up the cliffside, and then you get onto the path and you walk all the way back around to the starting point. So my best advice, I would say, when you're doing this is two things. One, if you overthink this, you know, it's the harder and harder it's going to be for you to do it. Cliff jumping, it doesn't make it any easier if you just stand there and look at it for a while. You're just going to kind of psych yourself out. So my best advice would be, after you watched a couple people jump, so you can tell yourself, clearly it's safe, you know, they didn't hit a rock or something on the way down. There's no rocks down there, anything like that. Line yourself up, start running, do not stop. That's it. That's my advice. If you hesitate, either you're gonna mess up and fall off, or you're just not gonna go. Do it! Just do it! I was sitting there telling everyone, don't even think about it, just go.
Honestly, I wouldn't even hesitate. I would just go. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, just run up.
Okay, I got pistol.
That is probably the best advice for this. I can tell you, you're gonna be okay, as long as you follow my second tip. When you run off, as soon as you're off in the air, go straight down. Don't do anything else. You can do this if you want, you know, whatever, but just go straight down. Don't do anything else, because you want your feet under you when you land, so you're just going straight in. There was a couple people who just kind of either hesitated before they went off or ran off and just kept running, and we saw one of the worst belly flops that you will probably ever see. What she did was she ran off and then she just kept running in the air, and that just made her fall forward. She belly flopped with some force and everyone stopped and was like, oh. When she came up, the look on her face was like, oh my God, the air's knocked out of me, I can't breathe. I literally ran up to the cliff and was about to jump in, because the guy she was with was just like, he was just like, he ain't going in. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to jump in. And then she started swimming, and then one of the girls from the other side jumped down and got her, but like, woof. Anyways, moral of that story is, when you jump, when you go off, straight down. That's it. Don't keep running in the air. You're gonna run yourself forward so that you can do a beautiful belly flop in front of everyone. But as long as your feet are straight under you, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna land straight down. You're not gonna belly flop. Run straight off, go straight down. That's all you really gotta do. And you're gonna have a frickin' blast. And as you're coming up, you're gonna see that there's a few other little small jumps you can do on that cliff walking back up. Nowhere near as big as the main one, but you know, you can do it if you want, and there'll be people gathered around there as well. If you wanted to do some tricks, I would say like do it off of there instead of the main one. Less of a risk. I think the best part about this like cliff jump is like the community that comes together because of it. Like, you gotta make a bond with these people you're jumping with, because honestly, everyone that gets there is super nervous, and they're freaking out in their head just as much as you. It doesn't even matter how tough they look. Like, you got these big muscular guys looking over the edge freaking out, you know what I mean? So like, you kind of get there, everyone's feeling the same, and you just break the ice, and like, you know, you start encouraging each other to make these jumps.
Be brave. Let's go, 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 go. Go! Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Everyone's from different parts of the world. People get over their fear and they jump, and then you just have one of these amazing like travel moments that sticks with you, you know? Like, everyone was freaking out. You encourage them.
How was it?
If you think about it, you're not gonna go, just go. Like, we got you, you know? I was like friends with everyone there. We were all like bonded together in this shared struggle with fear. It was awesome. Like that, I think that was the best part. For something that only costs $2.50 to do all day, I mean, that's amazing, you know? But I will say, when we showed up there was actually lifeguards. 2 lifeguards sitting there watching everyone jump. Maybe about 5 minutes in, they just turned around and walked off. I was like, oh, bathroom break or something. They never came back. They never came back. The lady who belly flopped, there was no lifeguards there when she did that, you know. So I don't know. They never came. We stayed the rest of the day. They never came back. So I will say that. Don't expect someone like lifeguards to be there. But all in all, oh my God, like what an amazing way to spend an afternoon.
All right.
You fall and you're like, I'm up here for a while. Like,
Yeah.
you think you're done and you look down and you're like, no, I got more to go. Like, it's crazy.
Man, you're probably gonna jump maybe 2 to 4 times max, because it doesn't seem like a lot, but it takes a lot out of you doing those jumps. I jumped 2 or 3 times, and on the last jump, I actually like looked down, and then I bit my bottom lip and cut it pretty good. And I was like, all right, I'm done, you know, like I've had enough for today. Absolutely amazing time. I mean, boat ride, $3 each way, entrance, $2.50. You spent $8.50 today and you had like an incredible day. Again, bring sunscreen if you need it. You know, a towel if you want it, but you'll be dry by the time you get back. Have a good camera. If you're gonna take a GoPro off with you, make sure you tie it to your wrist or something, or it has a floaty or something. And just, you know, bring a good friend, someone to watch your stuff while you jump, and you're gonna have a great time. If you're in the lake, spend an afternoon doing this. I don't know how well known it is. I think I just heard it, someone mention it in passing. I was like, well, fuck, let's go do that, you know? We were on our way out because we were heading to Fuentes Orginas, hot springs in the mountain, which I have a video about if you want to know about that. Again, highly recommend it. Couldn't recommend it more. Oh man, it was fun. Bring your friends, make some memories. Don't belly flop. And that's all I can really say about it. Hope this helped you out. If you did it, let me know down below what you thought. If I missed anything as well, let me know as well. And you know, you guys, be blessed. See you next time.
I was just halfway down. I was like, I wonder how this is gonna feel. And then it just smacked. But I heard everyone go, ooh. All right, guys. I don't know if you can hear me, but excellent day trip. Absolutely worth the $28 to come here and jump off this cliff. So fun. Can't recommend it more. Mike Dean, my brother. This is another Mike Dean right here. Amazing.